sales. Then he is asking us to find out the profit. We can get the profit by using the PV ratio. PV ratio is also known as C by S ratio. It is nothing but PV ratio. So C by S is nothing but 0.5. So C is nothing but 0.5. Yes, we have got the information with regard to S, where S is equal to rupees 15,000. Then C is going to be equivalent to 0.5 into rupees 15,000, which is nothing but rupees 7,500. We also know that C is nothing but equivalent to F plus P. C is nothing but F plus P, where F is nothing but rupees 4,500, which is given to us. Then C is nothing but rupees 4,500 plus P, which is nothing but P is nothing but C is already known. C is F plus P. F is known to us as 4,500. C is nothing but 4,500 plus P, and he is asking us to find out the profit. The profit can be found out by using the PV ratio. We know that the PV ratio is nothing but C by S ratio, which we got it as 0.5. And we know that sales are given as 15,000. If that is the case, C is nothing but rupees 15,000. That is nothing but C is nothing but 0.5. Yes, and where 0.5 C is going to be 0.5 into rupees 15,000, which is nothing but rupees 7,500. And we also know that C is nothing but F plus P, and we also know that F is given as 4,500 rupees. $4,500 plus P, which is nothing but 7,500. So 4,500 plus P is 7,500. So P is going to be rupees 7,500 minus rupees 4,500, which is nothing but rupees 3,000. So what I am doing, I am using the C by S formula, and because we know that the S, which is given as 15,000, we could find the C value. Once the C value is known to us, we know that C is nothing but F plus P. and we know the F value, and we can find out by using this particular calculation. 4500 plus P is equal to 7500, where P is going to be 7500 minus 4500, which gives you 3000. Now let us move to the next bit. He is asking us to find out the margin of safety. What is margin of safety? Margin of safety is nothing but actual sales minus break-even point sales. The actual sales were 15,000. And we have got break-even sales as rupees 9,000. Then the margin of safety will be rupees 6,000. Then in the D bit, in the E bit, he is asking us to find out the volume of sales to earn a profit of rupees 6,000. Volume of sales to earn a profit of 6,000. Sales to earn a profit of rupees 6,000. This particular can be found out by using the extended formula of the break-even point itself. We know that the break-even can be found out by using the fixed cost divided by the PV ratio. But what we want is not the break-even point, but we wanted a point of sales where we are going to get 6,000 profit. Then I am going to take here the target profit, fixed cost plus the target profit divided by PV ratio. We know that here we are given fixed cost as rupees 4,500 and this is rupees profit required is 6,000 and the PV ratio is nothing but 0.5 or 50%. So I am taking 100 in the numerator. So this goes 2 times. Then this is nothing but 11,000, 10,500 multiplied by 2. So this gives you 21,000. Thank you. Let us move on to the second problem relating to the CUP analysis, where he has given information with regard to the break-even sales. He has also given information with regard to the fixed cost. He wants us to find out, he is asking us to find out the contribution sales ratio, which is nothing but PV ratio. He is also asking us to find out the sales price per unit if variable cost is given. And he is also asking us to find out the margin of safety if 80,000 units are sold. Let us attempt the first bit, where he is asking us to find out the contribution sales ratio. The contribution sales ratio can be found out by using the break-even sales. We know that the break-even sales is equal to fixed costs divided by C by S ratio. We have information with regard to the break-even sales, and also we have information with regard to the fixed cost. Break-even sales were given as rupees 10 lakhs, and we got fixed costs of rupees 4 lakhs. Divided by C by S ratio. Now let us cross multiply this. Then it becomes C by S ratio is going to be equivalent to rupees 4 lakhs divided by rupees 10 lakhs. That is nothing but 40% or 0.4. Now let us attempt the second bit, where he wants us to find out the sales price per unit if the variable costs are rupees 12 per unit. We know that C by S is nothing but 0.4. That is nothing but C is nothing but 0.4. Yes. Now he is asking us to find out the sales per unit if the variable costs are equivalent to 12. We also know that C is nothing but where C is nothing but S minus V or A plus P. We are here using S minus V as C. So instead of putting C, we will put S minus V here. Is nothing but 0.4. Yes. And he has given information if V is going to be rupees 12 as per the problem, then S minus rupees 12 is equivalent to 0.4 S. 0.4 S minus 12 is equivalent to, let us take this particular S to the other side, then it is nothing but 0.4 S minus S is nothing but minus 12. Then let us take the S as common factor, and this becomes 0.4 minus 1, then it is nothing but 0.6 S minus 0.6 S is nothing but rupees minus 12 rupees. Then minus 12 S is equal to minus 0.6 S. Then S is equal to minus 12 divided by 0.6. This is nothing but minus 0.6. Minus will go, and this becomes 12 divided by 6 into 10, because it is 0.10. So instead of 0.10, I am writing 6 multiplied by 10. So this is going to be 120, but this goes 2 times. So then sales is going to be rupees 20. Then he is also asking us to find out find out the margin of safety if 8,000 units are sold. We know that the margin of safety is nothing but actual sales value minus break-even point sales value. If that is the case, actual sales are nothing but 80,000 units we are selling. This has to be multiplied with selling price. So the actual sales are nothing but 80,000 multiplied by rupees 20 minus break-even sales, which we got it as, which has been given as rupees 10 lakhs. This is nothing but rupees 16 lakhs minus rupees 10 lakhs. So this works out to be rupees 6 lakhs. So the margin of safety will be 6 lakhs because actual sales are 16 lakhs and the break-even sales are 10 lakhs, and we got the margin of safety which is 6 lakhs. What is the purpose of finding the margin of safety? As we have discussed, the margin of safety helps us to understand the quotient with which we are working in the organization. So what is that extra sales we are making in the organization over and above the break-even sales? That's what we wanted to, we can get through understanding this particular margin of safety. Thank you. Let us move on to the third problem, wherein he has given information with regard to the sales for 2 different years and also the profits for 2 different years. He is asking us to find out the break-even sales. In the introductory video, I have stated that the PV ratio or the C by S ratio can also be found out by using a formula where we are going to take change in profits in the numerator, and that has to be divided by change in sales. Unlike the formula which we are using, wherein we are saying that the C by S ratio can be found out by using a formula wherein we are going to take S minus V divided by S, that is nothing but sales minus variable cost divided by S, sales. But here in this particular formula, we are taking change in profits divided by change in sales to get C by S ratio. Here, the change in profits can be found out by taking the difference between these two figures. That is, in the second year we got 14,000 as a profit. In the first year we got a profit of rupees 10,000. So the change is 4,000 here. And the change in sales is nothing but 90,000 minus 80,000. So this gives us 4,000 divided by rupees 10,000, which is nothing but 0.4 or 40%. What we want is nothing but break-even point, not the C by S ratio. But C by S ratio, unless until we find the C by S ratio, we cannot find the break-even point, because we have to divide fixed cost divided by C by S ratio only gives us the break-even point. But here, when we require the break-even point, we also know that we require fixed cost. Unless until we have the fixed cost, we will not be in a position to find out. So what is fixed cost? We need to find out. Here we are given the information with regard to C by S. C by S is known to us as 0.4. That means we can say C is nothing but 0.4 S. This is equal to C is nothing but 0.4 into sales figure. That is nothing but 80,000. Let us take 80,000. Then C becomes 0.4 into 80,000. That is 4 divided by 10 into 80,000. So this is 8 into 4. So this becomes 32,000. So C is 32,000. When we know C is nothing but F plus P. We also know that C is nothing but F plus P. When C is F plus P, here when sales are 80,000, we got contribution as 32,000, and we know that the profit is 10,000. So the F is going to become, if we are going to remove here, bring this 10,000 on to the other side, it is 32,000 minus rupees 10,000. This is going to be 32,000 minus 10,000 is going to be rupees 22,000. This is your fixed cost. Now we can use the formula for break even. Wherein we said that it is nothing but break even is nothing but F by PV ratio or C by S ratio. We know the fixed cost now, which is nothing but 22,000, and also we know that C by S ratio, which is nothing but 0.4 or nothing but 40%. 40%. We can take it as 40 here and 100 here. This goes 2 times and this goes 5 times. This goes 11,000 as 11,000. 11,000 into 5 is going to give us 55,000. So what I have done, we have to find out the break even. First we have found out the C by S ratio, which is nothing but 0.4, because we are using the formula which is nothing but change in profits divided by change in sales. Change in profits is 40,000 minus 10,000, that is 4,000. 90,000. Change in sales is nothing but 9,000 minus 80,000, which is 10,000, which is nothing but 0.4. After finding out C by S ratio, this we have found out C, wherein we know S. So any S can be substituted here. So we got this 32,000. When C is 32,000, we found out F value. Once the F value is found out, we can use the break-even formula to get the break-even point. The 2 things are crucial. One, we need to find out F. We need to find out C by S. Unless until this particular two factors are not there, we will not be in a position to find out the break-even point. Either you have to have C by S knowledge, or we should have the information with regard to sales, the variable cost. Otherwise, we will not be in a position to find out the C by S ratio. This concludes the problem. Thank you. Let's move on to the fourth problem on CUP analysis, where he has given information with regard to the number of units sold. He has given information with regard to the price per unit, selling price per unit. He has given information with regard to the variable cost per unit. He has given information with regard to the fixed overheads per unit per month. And he wants us to find out the present and the future PV ratios, and also is asking us to find out what is the sales volume he has to be in to get the same level of profits, though the price is reduced by 10%. This is what he wants to. Let me repeat. He wants us to find out the present and the future PV ratios. Apart from these particular things, when the price is reduced by 10%, he wants to earn the same level of profit. To earn that particular same level of profit which he is earlier doing, he wants to find out the volume of sales he need to make. Now, let us go for the calculation of the present and the future PV ratios first. So the present PV ratio can be found out with the formula, usual formula, which is nothing but S minus V divided by S. So here, selling price per unit has been given as rupees 10, and variable cost has been given as 6 rupees, which is divided by rupees 10, which is nothing but 4 divided by 10, which is nothing but 0.4, or it can be written as 40%. Now the present PV ratio is 40%. The future PV ratio when selling price is reduced by 10%. 10% will be, now the selling price is reduced by 10%. That means the selling price will be 9 only. 10% is 1 rupee. So the selling price is, reduction is 1 rupee. So new selling price is 9 rupees. The variable cost is not going to change. It remains constant. Then 9 rupees divided by minus 6 rupees divided by 9 rupees, which is nothing but 0.33 or 33%. 0.33%. 33.33%. Or we can take it as 33% roughly. Now, he's also asking us to find out what is the present, what is the future sales he need to do it to maintain the same level of profit. So we also first need to find out what is the present profit. So we know that the C by S PV ratio, which is equivalent to the C by S ratio, which is nothing but 33%. 33% now. The present is 40%. So when C by S is equivalent to 40%. That is nothing but 0.4. We need to find out what is C. C is nothing but 0.4. Yes, which is nothing but 0.4 into 10 rupees. So this is nothing but rupees 4. Rupees 4. 0.4 is nothing but 4 divided by 10. So 10 goes, we get 4 rupees. So now the contribution margin is 4. Then we know that by the marginal costing equation we can find out the profit. So we know that as per the marginal, what is marginal costing equation? We have discussed. The marginal costing equation says that S minus P is equal to F plus P, this are equivalent to C. S minus V is equal to S minus V. S is how much? Earlier, the total sales. We are selling how many units? 200 units. 200 units into 10 rupees is nothing but rupees 2000. We are selling 2000 worth goods. Variable cost is nothing but 6 rupees. 6 rupees into 200 units is rupees 1200. Which is equivalent to the fixed cost plus profit. Fixed cost is also known to us. So rupees 400 plus profit. Now, through this itself we can find out what is P. So P is nothing but 800 minus rupees 400, which is nothing but rupees 400. So profit at present moment is 400. Given this, we also requires he wants to see that we make the same level of profit irrespective of whether the selling price is not at rupees 8 or 10, but if it is reduced to 9 rupees also, he wants to get the same level of profits. Then what should be the sales volume? He wants to find out. He wants to find out the target sales. So the sales to earn a profit of rupees 400 will be fixed cost plus target profit divided by new PV ratio, which is given as 0.33. Then, which is nothing but, we have a fixed cost of 400 rupees plus rupees 400 divided by 0.33, or we can directly, because we wanted a number of units, we can directly take S minus V itself. S is now new S is nothing but rupees 9, and V is the same, that is rupees 6. If you are taking PV ratio, you will get the total sales value. But he is asking us number of units, sale units, or selling units to earn a profit of 400. So I am directly taking S minus V itself. So it is nothing but 3. So this is going to be 800 divided by rupees 3. So this is going to be 220. This is 800 divided by 3 exactly. If you wanted to get it, which is nothing but 266.67 units, or we can say 267 units. If you are going to produce at least 267 units, you will be making the same profit of 400 which we are earlier making. Otherwise, if you are producing less than this particular things, we will not be getting the same level of profit. Earlier we used to produce 200 units, but because the selling price was brought down by 1 rupee, brought down to 9 rupees because of the reduction in price, we need to produce 267 units now to get the same 400 rupees. Thank you.